Welcome to Albion TV presents the AO Daily Show, your source of real news in an unreal world, keeping you up to date on the latest news, events, and the great community of Albion Online. Today is Monday, the 9th of December, and I'm your host, Shozen, and with me today is my co-host, Bogul. How are you doing?
Hello, I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm excited to be back after a very interesting weekend. We had an invasion day that was quite eventful on the EU side. NA was a little bit more relaxed to start off with, but once again, as always, the NA caught up towards the end and was still banging around when we left. But wow. Also, news dropped while we were in the weekend. We had two pieces of news drop on Saturday and then more drop today. It's been an eventful few days, Bogle.
Yes, indeed. But today is Monday. Monday is our last week in Albion day, where we recap the last week and then look at the upcoming week at least a little bit. How do we do this? Do we want to start with the weekend news, or do we want to start with previous Monday and then sort of roll through until we arrive?
Well, let's get today's news out of the way, and then we'll
All
see
right.
what we have time for, because we had so much news last week that I'm afraid if we spend too much time on the news of last week, we won't get to the news of this week. So,
Wow.
where do we want to
Okay.
start? We have the Avalonian season reset yesterday.
Mhm.
We had some new news about what was the new threats, correct? That was what we had yesterday. If you participated in the event yesterday, you'll notice that there were new threats. There were new enemies out there in the world of Albion. We had these orbs that were shooting some crazy beams. We had some other guys. Bogle, what did you think? What did we have there?
The other way around. So we do have the Avalonian invasion escalating
Oh,
with
this is the
their
wrong one.
new enemies appearing this Saturday for the first time. We also have the invasion day or the reset day being after 3 weeks, so 1 week closer or sooner than we are used to in the past. That was coinciding with the reset day, as you already mentioned, where we saw the things in action for the first time. Um, as as I saw, they were influencing the action that we had on the day quite a bit, right?
Mm-hmm.
With various guilds either struggling to adapt or just being slightly annoyed by these mobs. Is that a fair way to say it, or
Uh,
was everybody happy
See,
with?
I heard mixed reviews on them. Some people really liked them because they're cool looking and they have some cool abilities, but then people didn't like the fact that they don't drop much fame. And in
Hmm.
large scale ZVZs, certain types of spells have been known to cause more performance issues than others. The skill shots, for example, tend to cause a little bit more performance issue, and these guys all have skill shots. So some people were a little cranky about that. But I myself, following the game around on both invasions, had very little stutter compared to what we had in the first one. If we go back 3 weeks ago, there was a lot more FPS issue for me personally. I was playing a lot of Slideshow Bob. The game just wasn't working well for me. I wasn't having a great experience. This last one, there were only two real instances in the Outworlds where I had any frame rate drop, and then there was
Maybe
Wire
they're
Forest. When I went to Wire Forest at all, Wire Forest was a lag fest and it was terrible. But for me, I really didn't have that bad of a time on Invasion Day this time. And I'm really willing to admit when it does go poorly. And I do understand that other people did have a more difficult time. They did have some lag issues. They did experience some issues, particularly when they were engaged with the new mobs. But myself,
Mhm,
I did
mhm.
not have that issue. There was only, like I said, a couple of times when the zones were very, very full and we were in the middle of some very exciting ZVZ action. Did I actually experience any stutter worth really getting irritated about going, oh, that's going to impact gameplay?
well, the efforts to collect information about these stutter issues is still ongoing, I think. So if you look into the forums, there is a thread by Mythoseria that is designed to sort of get some feedback on that. But I sort of wanted to talk about the mobs, honestly, what you saw, what you experienced, because we do have three different new ones that we saw the first time. We have the Winged Guardian, we have that sphere thingy, the attack drone, and we do have the Spearman, right? That's the new ones
Now,
we
I saw
saw.
the spearmen a lot, and I saw the attack drones a lot. I did not see much of the winged guard. I don't know what the deal is with the winged guard yet. I have not gotten to see him yet, and it just maybe I was in the wrong spot at the wrong time, didn't run into it, but I don't know anything about it yet. I didn't get to see him fight.
Okay, okay. Well, these are about in the world around, so you should be able to find some if you're looking for some. But yeah, anything else about the weekend? As I said, we are going into the next phase of this Avalonian invasion with the new mobs. We will see, I think, these mobs returning the next time when we have another invasion day, reset day. I don't know when phase 3 starts, honestly. Probably
Double
in the
points.
beginning of January?
Yeah, double
Question
points
mark?
is when I would think that the next big. I don't know. Maybe it's going to constantly escalate because when they first started telling me about this, it sounded like every invasion was going to be another escalation. And then there was the addition of the term phases. And I don't know what that means.
I see.
I don't know if it just
January as well.
Yeah,
because I think
just go ahead.
I think just because the holiday season is coming up, I think they will sort of have figured out what they want to do for that time, and then don't need to worry about having to go to fix stuff on Christmas Eve or something. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I get that. That's probably like a really good point. It's never a good idea to add new content right before the holiday, and our final invasion is on the 21st of December. I don't think anybody wants to be around
That's
on the
in
23rd, 24th, 25th for
That's only in 2 weeks from now, right?
holy cow it is. It's really coming up fast. That's exciting. So
Yeah, and then another 2 weeks post, and then there's the next one.
speaking of
So
Invasion Day, and this
taking
is
off.
the news from Invasion Day, and I feel like I want to hit this before we go and look at last week because this was really, really interesting and different. For the last 6 days, Derek, King of Mercia, Lord of the Upset, Defender of his Ways, has been playing a different game. He's been playing League of Legends and not leading the boys. Now, these guys had been averaging 25 GVGs a day and then nosedive down to right there with everybody else. Like, well, not everybody else, but in there with June and Ecstasis.
Do you mean season points? Because
no, not season points. I'm talking about GVG activity.
Oh,
Just
I see.
GVG activity.
Wait,
and
is
then,
Money Guild giving up?
I don't know. And
Again?
then there was the invasion, and I figured, okay, he's gonna come back for invasion, right? Like the dude loves to bang. The guy is not gonna just let Mercia fall to squawk. And if we look at the map right now, Bogle, just go ahead and pop up that map for yourself over there, and take a gander over at the continent of Mercia. And if you zoom all the way out, you'll notice that it looks pretty blue with some red dots. And if you zoom in, those red dots, those are home plots. And it's squawky here. It's very, very, very squawky. Sun is solo right now, not even part of the Money Guild situation, I believe. They are running solo. You have... These guys are over... Say My Metatron is over in CIR now. Money Guild, it really... Oof is in a bad spot. Now, they can GVG out of this. They can absolutely GVG out of this if they were active. But if you look around, this is a silent Mercia. There are no red lines on Mercia right now. no attacks declared, nothing
I mean,
happening,
at
and
some point, you need to wonder how much the effort is worth it if your territories get dropped
well,
again soon. I mean, 2 weeks to hold them is, I think, significant,
it's 2 weeks to get
especially if you're
points.
looking for some. Yeah, if you're
It's two
looking
weeks
for
to get
season
points. If
points.
you
Yeah.
don't get season points for 2 weeks, then what are you going to do? You're not going to win the season. And I know this seems really goofy, Bogle, but I was watching some memes this weekend.
Hmm.
And my
Hmm.
wife and I are watching, stupid pet memes or whatever. And I was like, oh my God, this reminds me of Money Guild going for season points. And this is kind of how it happens with them every time they almost get that third gem. And I was reminded of this little
Happened
puppy.
twice.
I was reminded of this little puppy, and I'm gonna play this little puppy, because season victory is right there. It's right there, Money Guild. It's right there. Oh, they can't quite get it. They can't get there. They can't get there. And that's kind of. I just felt that way while I watched. I was like, that reminds me of Money Guild trying to get that third gem. And they're so cute, though. Like, you can't be mad at them or upset that you really want them to get it at some point. You're like, you can do it. Just hop over it. It's just Arrow 404.
I mean, Arrow 404
No,
has
they're doing
made
so much
good
work.
points
Yeah.
in the last days.
They've been
It's
doing
what
great. And you wonder, did they get broke by Arrow 404? Just like,
I don't
I
think
can't
so.
believe that if they did. I mean, it was so within reach. It was right there. They just had to keep it up. I thought there was no way
I mean,
at
they
25.
just had to keep up 25 GVGs a day. That kind of sounds like a recipe for disaster. But I don't know. We are still waiting for some sort of statement, some sort of official word what has happened. And as soon as we will hear anything, we will, of course, report it and update everybody on the situation.
Yeah. Well, one of the things is we somebody in chat right now is I grind this IGT big fan. Even after skipping reset, Money Guild still has 20 territories more than second place. How many territories did they have before, Bogle? Now they're at what, 60? I think you said.
This week, Money Guild 60 territories. Yes, I think
Last week 135.
week, yeah, more than 130. Yes, so
So
more than double.
they've only lost 70 in 2 days, and this is I expected them to come out on Invasion Day and have a push, even if they didn't get them all. Like, I expected them to do a very nice showing as always and get between 25 and 30% of the territories in Mercia and like eastern Glauvia area. Siluria, the most eastern one.
Yeah.
And they compete there often. And they've been doing good. And right before this invasion, they were so active in taking all these territories that I didn't think they were going to stop. I didn't think that they were just going to
did they?
halt.
I don't know. It's one day. We have to observe. I don't think it's cut and dry yet. It's not the end of this push for the season for Money Guild. I think we have to wait out and see what's happening here.
I was told there was. I was saying that there were no launched fights in Mercia, and I got told by chat that Money Guild is launching twice. I'm trying to find it in Mercia. I see one of Blue Army going in at, I think that's Soul Reapers. They're coming for Soul Reapers territory, but I don't see Money Guild launching it anywhere. Am I just blind, Bogle? Wait, here, hold on. I see it. There's a war camp, Bogle. I found it. There was a giant mage over the top of it. I was a little blind. Maybe there's another one. Come on. Is it another war camp? It is. It's. You gotta duck and weave, but you can find it. There it is. All right. No, thank you, chat. You're the man. Appreciate it. Thanks for correcting us. Oh my God.
Well, with the new part of this invasion kicking off, we do also have, in terms of official news, we have another Outlands report that is from the Outlands adventurer Rex the Red. The
Rex the
seasoned
Red.
adventurer reports an alarming increase in Avalonian activity. That Outlands report comes with very nice art. I mentioned it earlier, the Avalonian Wing Guard and so forth. Yeah, let me read the first paragraph here. When we last spoke, I just come back from the Outlands, rattled but still mostly whole, with a glowing gold-hued flask to show for my labors. Since then, we've seen this strange energy become part of our lives. Our tools, our food, and even our creatures have been infused with its power. Another nice RP piece. I think it's very different from some of the things we had in the past, and I think it sets a nice tone. If you want to read the rest, I linked it in Twitch chat. It describes some of the enemies, and it comes as well, I think, with the trailer that you played at the beginning, because I wanted to talk briefly about that, unless you have something to say about this.
I do want to talk a little bit more about it was mentioned in chat again. Here I'm talking to chat a lot today, but chat, I grind this once again, said, we don't know what Avalonians are. They could be dinosaurs. They could be aliens, you know? Well, I think I know what they are. I think that we've been ripping them out of another dimension, and they are an elemental being in another dimension, and we've been using them as our magic for at least 1,000 years, you know, while the mist was away, you know? And now that energy, because it can't really exist in an energetic form by itself here in our plane, because we are a dimension of matter, not energy, they use constructs to build their creations, like a place for them to live in. Think of like the souls of the oh god, why can't I think of their dang name from StarCraft? Who are the ones from Legacy of the Void?
Protoss?
The Protoss, yeah. They infuse their like souls into the robots and stuff. Think of them like that. They're just like energy beings living inside of some construct. And the reason that when the construct breaks, their energy just releases, it's because they can't hold themselves together in this world, man. Like Dr. Manhattan.
Interesting.
Just
what?
Nothing.
Welcome to Fanfic Monday with Shozen. I wanted sort of to spend a few minutes on the trailer because it has two interesting things.
Do you have the trailer in the notes? I don't see it.
You said Elsa sent it to you.
So. I do have it. I can go get it in my own folder.
Okay. Yeah. I think it's cool that we get this RP stuff. I think it's cool that we have story pieces to read. And let me know when you play it, then I can shut up. And then we can discuss two things.
We remember this world as it once was. Bright, noble, pure. Your vile magic and the base greed of your nameless kings twist this sacred ground into a shadow of its former self. You bring the same corruption that has tainted the soil once before. We will sacrifice the lands you have infested, and from its ruins shall rise the beacon of light and order, Avalon.
Dude, Bogul, we played it.
Nice.
It was epic.
So the two things I want to talk about is one, the theme of corruption.
Oh, there's a lot of corruption.
The demons, apparently, the humans are sort of lumped together in the same thing. And the other thing I want to mention is that from the ruins, as they say, it would rise Avalon, which is the other interesting part. So these two things is sort of the reason and maybe the end result of this whole campaign, at least in my mind. And I was curious whether or not the last thing you saw in that video in your mind is that Avalon that we might.
Here's the thing, Bogul. I just don't expect Avalon. I mean, this was unexpected to me because I feel like that this is teasing Avalon, right? This is saying Avalon is coming.
Rising,
right?
yes.
Yeah,
yes,
it says it's
straight
coming.
up.
It straight up says it's coming. And Bogul, when we talked to Robin last, we had a couple hour long conversation with him about what was coming, and he told us no, right?
No, we asked him what Avalon was, and he said there's connection issues.
But also he told us that straight up no, he couldn't tell us about it. We joked around about how we would, make a joke about it. But no, there was no Avalon coming in the next patch. It wasn't happening. But then I guess that was so long ago, Bogul. It feels like that's when this was all split into 2 patches, and yeah. All right, well maybe we are getting Avalon, Bogul. Maybe that's happening. I just want to keep the expectation level low, guys. I don't expect it, but this video says yes, it's coming. Get hyped.
I mean, and I don't know what it is, right? That's the problem. If it's just like, I don't know. I don't know what it is. Let's move on and talk about last week because we only have 10 minutes left. How about that?
Oh my God, we only have 10 minutes. Did we just? Jeez, we talked about this week too much. All right. So last week on Monday, you know what we did, Bogul? Oh wait, Bogul, there's one more thing we have to do. PSA.
Auction week started.
Auction
Next.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. Auction week started, guys. Next. All right. Last week we went over what happened the week before that. We had the referral season begin. We had the holiday season beginning. What is it? Yuletide?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. The referral season began. We had some upcoming power adjustments announced, which those came in later in the week. And then we went out with the feedback for the ongoing performance issues, blah, 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 blah. We do that. It's just been going on constantly. Newbie Tuesday. On Tuesday, we had those developer changes to item power balance. Hold on if I can just throw those up right here.
I mean, we talked about them some more. It was posted on Monday, but we sort of talked about it on Tuesday a bit more. And then on Tuesday, we also had prepared the interview with Exxon Fang, which was pretty cool. And you can still, of course, listen to that interview here on Twitch. And I think it's up on SoundCloud as well.
Yeah,
right?
I just dropped the link in chat for everybody so that they could go ahead and listen to that. It's a newer player who's played Eve for a number of years, who early on in his Albion life joined with a guild and was able to get a lot of his early player questions answered. And kind of wrote those down and remembered what were the issues that he ran into that slowed him down and he needed help with. And then we kind of went over those. And I think it was very good for newer players.
Yeah. One thing we did briefly on Tuesday that I want to continue doing over the next few days is give the HCE community a little shout out, because apparently there is some rumors that HCEs are dead and that they are not worth it. And Olivia was very adamant that that's not the case if you sort of know what you're doing, and the highest tiers of them are still very good and very safe. So they are looking for some more members to join them, maybe some tanks specifically. I left a Discord link in chat as well for people who want to get into the HCE community doing some safe mob farming. That is not as bad as people say it is.
Well, I think it's going to get better, Bogul, as we just talked about and are up on the screen right now. We have those changes to the way that high-end equipment power will be dealt with. And it's going to make the highest-end gear more powerful. And right now, for the same cost, well, actually, these aren't in yet, are they, Bogul?
No.
When these do go in, Bogul, your higher end gear will be more powerful. You'll be able to deal with those HCEs easier, and will be able to even do higher level HCEs than you were previously able to do as a group, and get more silver for your time and effort in there. So hopefully that will work towards getting more HCE activities going.
Right. On Thursday then on Wednesday. Wednesday is first. We did a whole war report. We have on Wednesday usually either our patch day, but this Wednesday we had War Report Wednesday, where we looked at the first 18 days of the season.
It was a crazy 18 days.
We saw, as we mentioned at the beginning of the show, a crazy amount of activity from Money Guild and some of the top teams. I see you have two more notes here that I don't quite understand. What else did we talk about on Wednesday, Shozen?
Well, we talked about how the Money Guild was just doing so much activity. We really wanted to pound that home, how many GVGs they were doing. Maybe we informed them how many they were doing, and they were like, why are we doing so many GVGs? It doesn't matter. We're still in second place. Forget this. I'm done. I'm outie. And winning was what finished them off, not losing, because they just couldn't win enough GVGs. Even when they were winning them all, couldn't win the season. Odd. So they had as many GVGs as Ecstasis and June combined. They were just super, super active. Another thing we noticed was that 5 out of the top 11 guilds right now running solo.
Nice.
So that was impressive. Error 404, even though it's not the most active guild, very active in Crystals. It was one of the top 3 active guilds in Crystals, but not in regular GVGs. Not as active, and yet still first place because it's doing everything it needs to do to get points, and it's not sharing them with anybody. It's just taking them all in for themselves. Impressive work. Just can't really. I mean, what else do you say?
That's it, I think. Let's move on to Thursday then.
Thursday was the Market Watch Thursday. Gold is
We
going
looked
down.
we looked at gold a little bit. We discussed a few reasons why gold could be on the downtrend in the last few weeks. We of course had some discussion about the silver sinks, some of speculation.
Bogul. It went up
reasons.
300.
Well, it's auction week, as I said. So some people are shuffling a bit of money around, and that usually causes some hiccups in the market. But on Thursday, we also discussed Avalonian Energy, where we see it sort of going. And we started a Albion basket of goods because we were curious about sort of the consumer price index of the Avalonians. Going forward, I think we will try, maybe once every month, keep a little bit of a record of how prices will develop, and we started collecting some of the data for the first time. And of course, we had on Thursday the great hotfix for Percival patch 11 that fixed an issue where damage from thorns could be reflected endlessly between 2 players, leading to insta-death.
Yeah.
That was Thursday.
That was Thursday. What did we do on Friday?
A lot of hype for Invasion Day.
Yeah, we did Hype Invasion Day.
We did the first iteration of something that might be new on this show, Fanfic Friday, with a very special segment, a Avalonian news report, talking to a spokesperson of the Royal News Service from the Fort Sterling Organization of Central Sophistry, Fox News. And we listened to Dodger Stones talk about stuff.
We'll try to do more of those.
That was great fun. I heard so many good things about that. I don't have the link right now, but
it's not hard. It's you just go and click video and then go to Friday and then just hit the button, and it's about halfway through. You can listen to it. It was pretty decent.
Yes. Let me find this, and I will link it in chat, and then you can talk about the rest that we did on Friday.
What else did we do? We had a scam alert warning. We noticed that there's a great video on YouTube that shows you how somebody is taking an overlay and showing, I don't know, basically how that guy in the bank is scamming everybody. This is why nobody really wins in gambling, man. It's all rigged. It's more rigged than my raffle. Speaking of which, hold on. I'm going to draw a raffle.
Oh.
Boom. All right.
Yeah,
More
somebody
rigged than
might
my
be
raffle.
explaining that one.
Yeah, they use an overlay to show you that it's 1 through 100, when in reality it's 1 through 51 or some nonsense. And so that nobody ever actually wins. Mishreen, I believe I sent out the gold from the raffles from Friday, and I did send you your gold. You should just be able to click on your messages, and it should be there. What else did we do on Friday?
We did
Fan
have
art. Ooh, fan art.
fan art. Yes.
Yeah, let me check out that fan art. That thing was freaking great. I was very impressed by this. I like good fan art. It says a lot about the community when your community can make art this good. Look at that. He likes axes. I'm down.
Nice. We also briefly talked about the Captain Russia video where he described a loss of 50 million silver due to some unexperienced scouting, I will call it. He made a whole video explaining, what could have been done differently, and very civilly highlighting the problems his scout had.
Yeah, he was very refined. I mean, not refined. He did a good job not freaking out at the guy. He didn't blow up. That's what I might have done. I might have been done for a few days after that. Ooh.
Yeah, well. And then, of course, on Saturday, we had 2 Invasion Day streams, 2 Reset Day streams. One with Lupac, Shozen, and I, and then the NA one happened just with Lupac and Shozen, right? And
yeah.
you did an hour or so of stream?
About an hour and a half or so, yeah. And we watched a lot of stuff in the NA period. It didn't really start kicking off until later. But the EU was great. The EU was fantastic. Definitely check that out. It just was a blast the whole time. We saw lots and lots of battle mounts. One thing that became absolutely evident, though, is you guys need to start bringing ballista to to your battles in ZVZs. Those battle mammoths are wrecking you. Even when you have 2 of them on your side and the other team has 2, just bring one freaking ballista. It eats those things up. You guys spend so much time throwing 40 guys at one battle mammoth instead of actually killing players. That's wasted damage because you're not taking it down. One ballista blows it up. Done. Take it home. Claim your prize.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And I guess to end the show, we just briefly mentioned, for the record, the current top 9 of the season rankings, top 10 of the season rankings. We have Arrow 4-on-4 with 89k in first place, followed by Money Guild with 81k in second place. And that's the only 2 gold ranks we have so far. And then in third, fourth, and so on, we have Dynastia, RAQ, Phrasing, June, Commissariat, Conflict, and Blue Army, as we have the recording of this show right now. In 10th place, we have Ecstasis.
Stasis is, I think that's done. I gotta give props to RAQ, though. They are moving up the charts pretty quick. Pliz is doing
the difference between 19th place with Ironborn at 26k, almost 27, and Phrasing in 5th place with 38k, the point difference is not super huge. So to me, the rankings in the lowers haven't quite decided yet. There's a lot of shuffling potential. Just the first 2 places are seemingly somebody who is going to what? I just saw something in chat. Thanks.
What? Whoa.
Wow.
Quanta Gaming Cafe just gifted a ton of subs. Wow. Thank you. That's awesome. Wow.
20 to be exact. Nice.
That's incredible. Everybody enjoy that. Spam away your Judy boots. Enjoy that. Wow. Thank you, dude. It's much appreciated. Big clap. All right. Speaking of Judy Boots, anybody seen Frozen 2 yet? Yeah, somebody did.
No.
I know Elsa watched it at the midnight showing the night it came out and was really impressed. But the entire time I watched Frozen, every time they showed Kristoff, like zoomed out, I leaned over to my wife and went, Judy Boots, because he's wearing Judy Boots. And I think I know how we're making that music video now. Frozen looks good. Terrible music, though. Judy Boots way better than any song in there. Let's be real clear.
What? How can you? All right, I didn't see it, but I think Elsa might be mad at you now.
For what? The music? No, I mean, even my daughter was not impressed with the songs.
Okay, well, your daughter's opinion, I think, in this case might be more important than Elsa's.
Yeah, then more important than mine, for sure. My wife's wasn't too... I mean, my wife and daughter are fans of Frozen, I would reach out and say. They like it. But not so much the songs in this one. They just seemed a little off. Overall, though, very beautiful. Maybe the most beautiful cartoon I've ever seen. So, if we could have that kind of graphics in Albion, holy cow, wouldn't work on your phone, let me tell you that much. Yeah, maybe Fun Stealer, maybe I will. Really, thank you very much for all those subs. It's been that's really overwhelming. We've never gotten anything like that in our 2.5 years of doing this. That was really cool. Thank you very much. That's unbelievable.
And you get nothing for it.
Well,
just our appreciation. Oh, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 soon.
I don't know.
Emotes.
Well, Quanta Gaming Cafe, thank you very much. Again, much appreciated. You know, on that note, I'm going to make a new raffle. Hold on. We're going to give away a 3750. I'm archiving this one. I wasn't going to give one away right now, but because of that was too cool. We have to create a new raffle for that one. 3750 open right now.
Exclamation mark raffle. Good luck. And I think with that, Shozen,
Yeah,
do we have anything else today for the show?
I don't know. I think that's the end of our show today. Did anything else happen on Friday that I can't remember?
No, I just highly recommend watching Shozen's awesome impression of Dodger Stones, the town crier of Fort Sterling. I will 1, 2, 3. There we go.
Yeah.
We are still looking for inspiration for different characters, so I will try to get Shozen to do another one, and let's see if we can pull that off.
Yeah, I've got another one planned. We might do a Martlock one coming up.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. Are we doing overtime today, Shozen?
No overtime today. I actually will be going to a comedy show in a couple of hours, so I have to go get ready for that. And his name was Dodger Stones, not Roger Jones. So maybe that would be the next name for the second one. We can do them all like that. Phyllis Bones and Darren Groans.
All right.
Get Marty the Rock from Martlock. Oh my God. I can do a Morty impression. We can call him Marty. I'll do a Morty impression. All right, I think now I'm going to have to go do that now. I'm going to have to go work on my Morty impression. All right, we know what I'm doing for Friday, guys. Morty Inc. All right, thank you guys for tuning in. It was a great show again. I really enjoy all you viewers. Let me pull this raffle. We need one more, and we have 68 right now. Let's be really immature. Get one more into the raffle.
There we go.
There we go. We did it. Oh, raffle is rigged. Raffle is 100% rigged. Strumwolf DK won again. I don't know how he does it. What? It's so rigged.
The guy might have to do a giveaway.
All right. You know what? I'm going to draw another one. I'm going to dive deep into my gold raffles and see if we can't find another one. Let's do it. What? Okay. Yeah, no, this one's good. We're gonna go with Krusty Nuggy. Krusty Nuggy has won the raffle. I don't think that's rigged. I think that's clear evidence that it's not rigged. All right, you can check us out Monday through Friday right here at twitch.tv/Albion Online at 18 UTC, and later on SoundCloud, on youtube.com/AlbionTV. Right, Bogul?
Yeah, and every Wednesday, Thursday, and Tuesday, we also do Albion Live at 19 UTC, where we cover some Crystal and live GVG action later on. We might in the future change that to some ZVZ action, but for now, for the season, we will keep covering the live action as much as possible. And of course, we will keep covering the invasion days coming up. Yeah. Have fun at your comedy show, Shozen. I will get some tea, take some rest, enjoy the rest of my Albion night. And yeah, think about these new changes.
Absolutely. Yeah, don't forget, Bogul, you have to think about what we're doing tomorrow for Newbie Tuesday. Spend some time thinking about that. We need to have a show planned for Newbie Tuesday.
I will.
All right. Thank you, guys. Stay classy, Albion.
Bye.
I could probably Judy boot this. I'm going in for a big clap. I could probably Gucci loot this. I'm talking bang bang.